18th January 2025, Indian Express. The first headline is Presidents at Home. This Republic Day will sound, taste, and feel like South India. At Home is hosted by the President every January 26. The invites to this event included items from southern states. There will be dance performances by these states, and the dishes that will be served also will be South Indian. The second headline is Supreme Court said that abetment of suicide must not be invoked casually. The Supreme Court held that the offense of abetment of suicide should not be invoked mechanically only to assuage the immediate feelings of the distraught family of the dead person, but must follow the higher threshold mandated by the law. In order to bring a case under Section 306 of IPC, which is now Section 108 read with Section 45 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, there must be a case of suicide, and in the commission of the said offence, the person who is said to have abetted the commission of suicide must have played an active role by an act of instigation or by doing certain act to facilitate the commission of suicide. The third headline is A Peace That Holds. Israel and Hamas have agreed to pause hostilities and accept a ceasefire deal after months of negotiation. The first of three phases under the agreement is set to begin on 19 January 2025. The fourth headline is Why Space Weather is Key to the Successful Docking of Satellites. What is space weather? The Sun's hot outer atmosphere, known as solar corona, is constantly spewing electrically charged gases and particles into space. These so-called solar winds travel at speeds of millions of kilometers per hour and reach the farthest parts of the solar system, creating space weather. Docking missions require two spacecrafts to have negligible relative velocity between them, and their docking ports to be specifically aligned. Any kind of inclement space weather thus introduces a whole new set of uncertainties which are challenging to handle. The fifth headline is Sanctions on Russian Oil. On January 10, the Biden administration announced fresh curbs against Russia's oil trade, placing as many as 183 tankers delivering to customers such as India and China under sanctions. Unlike earlier sanctions, these are harder to circumvent. The extent of the impact on Indian imports will depend on how tightly the Trump administration implements these sanctions.